Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I decided to talk to you guys, since we're coming in to the end of the year, about how my reading itself has changed and how what I like to read and what I tend to gravitate to has kind of changed, and how I've become more open-minded about what I read and like feeling a little less in control sometimes of what I read is how I'm becoming, if that makes any sense. So let's just get into this. So the first thing that's definitely changed is the genres that I read. And so when we went to start this year, I was very heavily on contemporary and mysteries, and those were like the things I read. I read like other things here and there that were really popular, but other than that I didn't really dive into any other genres too much. This year, actually, surprisingly, in my opinion, I haven't read as many contemporaries as I think I did last year. I definitely have toned it down a lot. That's not what my reading is as concentrated with anymore. Mysteries, you know what, I haven't read a lot this year, mysteries, but I don't think that's because I haven't wanted to, I just haven't got around to them. But this year I've definitely read a lot more like sci-fi, fantasy. I've really like moved over to that side a lot, and also tried to read a bit of non-fiction here and there. I've also, what other genres have I touched? I've touched a bit, actually one I haven't touched much this year is historical fiction, and I quite read a lot of this. I think it's just less because, it's not even because they're not coming out anymore or anything, it's just I haven't felt like I've wanted to gravitate towards them this year. And I have no reason why, like there's not even a reason, it just hasn't like come under my scope, or I haven't been like, oh, I want to pick up a historical fiction. As much as my reading has changed this year, there's a few things that I just haven't changed that I really did want to this year, but I just did not get around to. So for example, this year I was like, I'm going to read so many classics, they're going to be my thing, and I don't think I've read one classic. I think I lie, I think I've read one classic, which is The Little Prince, and that's it. I have not read another classic, and definitely next year I'm going to get to more classics, because there's so many on my TBR that I want to read that I just haven't got to, and it's like getting more and more frustrating now that I haven't been able to read them. So as you can see, my reading has changed a lot, but it also hasn't changed that much, and I wish it would like change even more drastically in 2020. So yeah, that's one thing that definitely has changed, but hasn't changed as much as maybe I thought it would. And another thing that has changed when it comes to my reading is how often I read. I think this year, even though I've got through like a similar amount of books as I did last year, I think I'd definitely be reading less, and I've been less likely to pick up a big book just because I feel like I have so much less time this year than I did last year. And I feel like I've just not been able to put away time to read. I do read a lot before I go to bed, and I read sometimes in the morning, but not often. So definitely like I've had to, like throughout the end of the year, really scoped out more and more time to read at night, just to make sure that I am getting like a decent amount of pages read, because it's not that I don't want to read, it's just I'm not doing it enough. And that's another thing that has changed, because I remember last year I would read all the time, like I would read in between every interval that I could, but that just hasn't been happening this year, and I definitely hope that is something I can change in 2020. And another thing that has changed is I'm just less drawn to like those cliche kind of books, if that makes any sense. Like, let me try and explain it, but like all those books that have all those tropes that I've seen so many times done are books that like I'm just less drawn to now. Like I used to be so drawn to those kind of books, and they'd always be the ones that I like gravitated towards and reached for first, but now I rarely reach for them. I rarely want them, if that makes sense. Like if I read the blurb and I'm like, oh, this is so cliche, or read it before I would like that, I'd be like, oh, I really like that other books, and I like this one because they have the same tropes. But I'm less like that now. I'm less willing to want to read a book with a trope that I've read before. It just doesn't like enthrall me or entertain me or bring me to like the place it used to. And I think that might just also be because of the fact that I am growing up and I'm not going to be the young version of myself like always. And that's definitely, I think, why my just reading taste has become less ready to read the same old thing again and more ready to just read wider and a larger range of different stories from all different kinds of places. And like, I think everyone's reading changes as they grow up. It's like, for example, when I was younger, I'd read those little like books with literally a one chapter in them. Biff and Chip, if you know Biff and Chip, you are literally a real one. Your childhood was great if you knew Biff and Chip. But like that, and now if I read that, it wouldn't enthrall me as much as it did when I was a kid. So our reading is always changing, but it doesn't mean that we should just go with the flow, you know what I mean? Whatever we're feeling like reading should be what we pick up. And if we're not feeling like reading contemporary, we don't read a contemporary, read like historical fiction or fantasy or sci-fi. If that's what we eventually become into, that's okay. It's okay to watch our reading change. It's okay to notice that it's changing, and you just gotta go with it at the end of the day. I just honestly think that I'm happy about the way I'm changing, and I'm happy that I'm opening my mind to new things, and that's how you grow as a person, that's how you become better. So that's definitely what's going on with me at the moment, but I'm happy about it. And yeah, so comment down below how your reading changed this year, if it's changed at all, or are you the same kind of reader you were last year. Give this a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. Bye.